Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be ranking the best NFL player from every SEC school. I'm going to make this a series, and I'm going to do SEC first, then ACC, then Big 10, then Big 12, and then the Pac-12. So there's going to be 5 videos in this series. I'm going off of current players only, and if it's between a player that's been in the league for a while and has been pretty good, or a rookie that has a lot of potential, or a pretty young player, I'm probably gonna pick the player that was older and has had more time to develop and show how they are. So we're gonna start with the East. We're gonna do the skill players first from every school, and then we're gonna do the defensive players. Skill players are running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, and quarterbacks. So for Florida, there wasn't too many people. I picked Demarcus Robinson of the Chiefs. I think he could be really good if he was playing on another team. And he is good, but I think playing behind Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce, I think he doesn't get as many targets as he could. For Georgia, I picked Todd Gurley. Also, AJ Green could have been good, and Matthew Stafford. For Kentucky, it was Randall Cobb. He's really the only offensive skill player that was good on them. For Missouri, I picked Drew Lock. He's really one of the only players. And then South Carolina is between Alshon Jeffrey and Deebo Samuel. I picked Alshon Jeffrey. He's been in the league. He's been pretty good. For Tennessee, there's not too many players, so it's Alvin Kamara. Vanderbilt really doesn't have any good players that are on offense, so I picked Keyshawn Vaughn. He was drafted this year. So now on the West, we're starting with Alabama. It's between Amari Cooper, Derrick Henry, and Julio Jones. I think Julio Jones is the best. He's been in the league for a while. He's pretty good. We got Arkansas, so for that it's Hunter Henry, the tight end. And then Auburn, it was between Cam Newton and Kerryon Johnson. And I picked Cam Newton. He won an MVP. He has had a decent career. I think he's been hurt a lot, so that has really not helped much. And then for LSU, it's between Odell Beckham Jr., Leonard Fournette, and Jarvis Landry. And I picked Odell. He's been really good. I think he is the best out of all of them. For Ole Miss, it's 2 2019 wide receivers that were drafted. It's A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf. I picked A.J. Brown because he had a better year, and I think DK Metcalf is pretty good too, but I think A.J. Brown was better. For Mississippi State, it was Dak Prescott. For Texas A&M, I picked Mike Evans over Ryan Tannehill. I think Mike Evans has been a little more consistent. Ryan Tannehill had a breakout year, and he's pretty good, but I think over the past few years, Mike Evans has had a lot of good seasons. Tannehill's not the worst, but I think he could be more consistent, and I think he might start being more consistent. So now we're going to do the defense. So for the East, we got Florida. So it's Carlos Dunlap, Dante Fowler Jr., and Joe Hayden. I picked Carlos Dunlap. I think he's better than them. Georgia, it's Geno Atkins. For Kentucky, it was either Josh Allen or Bud Dupree. I think Josh Allen is better, and Bud Dupree isn't that good. But he might start getting better because, TJ Watt arriving has started to allow people have started double teaming TJ Watt on the line. I think maybe he might start doing better. We'll see. For Missouri, I picked Sheldon Richardson. It wasn't too many people. For South Carolina, it was Stephon Gilmore. He's a defensive player of the year this year. Not really an argument against that. For Tennessee, there's not many players currently, so it was Derek Barnett. I don't know if he's still on the Eagles or not, but last I checked he was. For Vanderbilt, it's Casey Hayward Jr. And now on to the West. We got, for Alabama, CJ Mosley. Pretty good. He used to play for the Ravens, now he's on the Jets. For Arkansas, it's Trey Flowers. Auburn, it hurts me to say this, but it's Dee Ford. I can't say that he's not good, I just don't like him. Not anything that he is like, I just think he's kind of annoying when he jumped off sides in that game against the Patriots. LSU is stacked at safety and cornerback. They got Jamal Adams, Tyrann Mathieu, Patrick Peterson, and Tre'Davious White. I picked Tyrann Mathieu. I think Tre'Davious White is a little young to compare to them. Patrick Peterson and Jamal Adams are pretty good too, but I think Tyrann Mathieu is better than them. For Ole Miss, it's Breeland Speaks. There's not really many players from Ole Miss that are on defense. Mississippi State, it was between Fletcher Cox, Darius Slay, and Chris Jones. I think Chris Jones is the best player out of all of them right now. He's been really consistent, and yeah, I think he's just the best one out of all of them. So next, we got Texas A&M. So we got Myles Garrett or Von Miller. I mean, Von Miller is definitely a lot better, so I'm picking him. So that was my list. So you can always comment and tell me what you think. That's what the comment section's for. I'm not saying that this is totally accurate. This is just from my perspective and from what I know about football. I think this is a pretty accurate list. And there's a lot of players that I don't know. Like, I don't know a lot of players from some of the schools that don't have as many. So, yeah. I'm going to do some more of these videos. I'm going to do the ACC next, then the Big Ten, then the Big 12, and then the Pac-12. I'm also thinking about doing this for basketball too, and I think that will be pretty good too. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and just hope you have a great day in all the current circumstances.